Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Brian's Horror Corner, and welcome to this Simpsons Treehouse of Horror ranking video as part of my September series where I ranked, or I should say, I reviewed the first 11 Simpsons Treehouse of Horror or Simpsons Halloween special episodes, taking a look at all the different segments, 33 of them. Those reviews are up on my channel if you want to check them out. But in this video, we're going to summarize and I'm going to rank all 33 segments from those 11 Treehouse of Horror episodes, as well as ranking the overall Treehouse of Horror episodes by season. So that's what we've got coming up in this video. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna start like I normally do though with my little blurb about what the Oh, you know what? No, I'm not actually. I'm just if you don't know by now, then go back and watch one of the earlier videos. But I'm just gonna go ahead and get into this ranking because it's gonna take a while. And just so you know, I'm not gonna say too much about each of these individual segments or the overall episodes that I rank. I mean, if you want more in depth on why I have them there, then watch the videos I have posted, the individual season review episode reviews, and that I talk about each of the segments. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this. So the reason in case you don't know, the reason I just did the first 12 seasons of Treehouse of Horror episodes, which means 11 episodes, which there's 3 segments per episode, so 33 segments. The reason I did that is because I'm a Simpsons fan up until about 2000 or so. The first 10 or 12 seasons is kind of where I draw the line, and that includes the Treehouse of Horror episodes, which obviously this is Brian's Horror Corner, so that's really all I'm going to talk about related to The Simpsons on this particular channel. But I just want to kind of get that out there in case somebody out there is wondering, what about this segment? What about Treehouse of Horror 27 or something? I know I think there's 33 of them now. What are they on? Season 34 or something? I haven't watched a new episode in probably 15 years. So someone else will have to let me know about that. But that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. So, starting with my 33rd, or my least favorite segment, I guess, if you want to say, I've got the Genesis tub. This was from Treehouse of Horror number 7 from season 8 of The Simpsons. Just a pretty bland episode, or a pretty bland segment, I should say. Not really Halloween related, just kind of didn't do anything for me. Number 32, I have Desperately Seeking Xena from Treehouse of Horror, episode number 10 from season 11 overall. I think this actually would have made a better just regular Simpsons episode, but it just doesn't really work as a Treehouse of Horror Halloween kind of segment. I think they actually could have made this into more of an interesting and of an efficient, just Simpsons parody episode aside from Treehouse of Horror. So that's my 32. 31 is going to be Starship Poopers from Treehouse of Horror, episode number 9 from season 10 overall. I'm just not a big fan of this segment. It's just, I could tell the writing was pretty cheap and lazy, in my opinion. They had a couple of good jokes, but it's way too dated as well. I just didn't care for this one. Number 30 is going to be Ghost Dad from a Treehouse of Horror 11 from season 12 overall. This was the first segment. This one was okay, but I can't say I like it more to have it any higher on the list either. Number 29 is going to be Life's a Glitch, Then You Die, from Treehouse of Horror 10, from season 11 overall of the show. This one's kind of dated. This was based on the Y2K. There's some interesting jokes in it, but ultimately, as a Treehouse of Horror segment, it just doesn't. It kind of lands flat for me. Number 28 is going to be The Terror of Tiny Toon from Treehouse of episode 9 from season 10 overall. Kind of a parody of Stay Tuned, the movie with John Ritter. This one was okay. I didn't mind it. It's fine. But again, as a Treehouse of Horror segment, not one of the strongest. 27, I got Citizen Kane from Treehouse of Horror 7, season 8 overall. Um, yeah, this is another one that's outdated, having to do with the presidential election of 1996 and a Kane and Kodos episode, which is fine, but it's not my favorite one with them, and it just kind of is what it is. Number 26 is going to be the Bart Zone, um, from Treehouse of Horror 2. from season 3 overall. This was really a big Twilight Zone parody with It's a Good Life. I found some humor in it. It was interesting, but like I said, as a Treehouse of Horror segment, this is about where it has to go. Getting to number 25, I have Attack of the 50-Foot Eyesores from Simpsons Halloween Special 6 from season 7 overall. This was the opening segment. This one I kind of go back and forth on. Sometimes I like it more when I watch it. Other times, like this last time that I watched it for this review, I it just kind of strikes hollow for me. It was an interesting idea, but it just doesn't really do enough to be any higher than this for me. Number 24 is going to be Scary Tales Can Come True from Simpsons Halloween Special 11 from season 12 overall. This was sort of the Goldilocks and Hansel and Gretel parody with The Simpsons, which I kind of enjoyed. I actually thought it was pretty good. There's actually some gore involved, a witch being burned in an oven, and there's some fun to be had here. So that's 24. 23 is going to be Fly versus Fly from Simpsons Halloween Special 8 from season 9 overall. This obviously take off on the fly. I enjoyed it. It was interesting, kind of out there with the transporter where Bart turns into a fly and the fly turns into mostly Bart, and it was more gross than anything, kind of like the Fly movie, honestly. But that's 23. 22, I have Clown Without Pity from Simpsons Halloween Special 3, Season 4 overall of the show. This is the one where Homer rushes out to get a birthday present for Bart, and it's the little Krusty doll. It just kind of landed flat for me. It started out with an interesting premise, but it really didn't go anywhere, and it kind of ended on a sour note for me. By the way, you'll notice throughout these episodes, I trade out Treehouse of Horror and Simpsons Halloween Special. So if you hear me go back and forth, that's why. Number 21 is going to be The Raven, only the third segment of the entire show from obviously season 2 overall, Treehouse of Horror episode number 1. This was pretty good with James Earl Jones narrating and Bart and Homer, a good segment with them. It's for being the very first time they did this, it's not really scary or anything, but it's cool, it's good. I like it. It's kind of a middle of the road segment for me though. Number 20 is going to be The Thing and I, Treehouse of Horror number 7 from season 8 overall. This was actually really the only segment I liked from this particular episode. It was interesting. I thought there was good animation done, kind of some creepiness going on with the Simpsons attic and Bart having an evil twin up there. I thought it actually worked okay for a Halloween segment. Number 19 is going to be Easy Bake Coven. Um, Simpsons Halloween Special 8 from season 9 overall. I just enjoyed this one as sort of a folktale horror segment, with Marge being found out to have a witch, and them kind of having their own take on Halloween came to be. I always enjoyed this one. Number 18, Hungry Are the Damned. Again, from the very first one, Treehouse of Horror, episode 1, season 2 overall. This is the first appearance of Kane and Kodos, obviously, and it's definitely one of my favorite with them. It's just got a lot of good jokes and a lot of good Simpsons-esque kind of stuff going on, if you know what I mean, as far as the chemistry with the family. Number 17 is going to be The Monkey's Paw. This is Halloween Specials 2 from season 3 overall. I used to like this one a lot more when I was younger, but watching it now as an adult, it's okay. I do like it. I find entertainment in it. Number 16 is going to be King Homer from Halloween Special number 3 from season 4 overall. Some of my favorite jokes are in this one. As far as the episode itself, you got Homer as King Kong, basically. It's okay. It works well enough. Getting into the top 15 now, we got the Omega Man as number 15 from Treehouse of Horror 8 from season 9 overall. Yeah, I enjoyed this one. This is where the atomic bomb or whatever drops, and Homer's the only survivor, or so it would appear. I thought there was good makeup, animation effects done here. Definitely some good Simpsons jokes. Number 14 is going to be Night of the Dolphin. This was from Treehouse of Horror 11 from season 12, the last season I reviewed. This one's really out there, but I just have a lot of fun with it. I just find it really entertaining, and Homer's got some great jokes. Really, all the Simpsons has at least one great line in this particular segment. I really enjoy. Number 13 is going to be Hell to Pay, from Treehouse of Horror episode number 9 from season 10. Definitely my favorite from that particular episode, where Homer gets the hair transplant from Snake. I couldn't remember when I did the review for season 10, or I should say for Treehouse of Horror Halloween special number 9 from season 10 of Hell to Pay, but Snake was the character I was looking for. Snake ends up getting the chair, takes revenge on people. Homer gets the toupee from his dead body, basically, and becomes Snape at times. It seeps into his brain. So very unique and original, and just a solid segment. Number 12 is I Know What You Diddly Italy Did from Treehouse of Horror 10, season 11 overall. I really like the twist in this one, and I've only seen this one a couple times going into this, and Flanders is really good. The Simpsons are good in this episode. Obviously, a parody of I Know What You Did Last Summer. But yeah, I really enjoyed this one. Definitely one of the better later episode segments, in my opinion, of the Treehouse of Horror episodes. Number 11 is going to be Bart Simpson's Dracula from Treehouse of Horror 4, episode 5 overall. Yeah, I really enjoyed this one. A great Halloween segment, great Treehouse of Horror segment. Again, really enjoyed the entire Simpsons family here. Some good jokes with Burns and Smithers mixed in there too. Now getting into my top 10, the creme de la creme. Number 10 is going to be Nightmare on Evergreen Terrace, Treehouse of Horror episode 6 from season 7 overall. As I said in my reviews, big fan of Willie is one of my favorite. Groundskeeper Willie is one of my favorite side characters to The Simpsons, and he shines in this episode, as does Bart and Lisa, and really the entire Simpsons family. It's really more Bart and Lisa's episode, but yeah, that's number 10. Number 9 is going to be Time and Punishment, Treehouse of Horror 5 from season 6 overall. And when this is the weakest segment of this episode, and you haven't heard about the other two, you know you're doing pretty well. Time and Punishment is just a really fun episode, a really fun Homer episode. Classic Homer stuff with time travel and a lot of creativity and just a lot of fun to be had here. Always enjoyed this one. Number 8 is going to be Homer Cubed, or Homer to the third power, if you will, from Treehouse of Horror 6 from season 7. This is just such an iconic episode to me. Like I said in my review, I can still remember when this came out. I can remember the promo for it. Just such a big deal, and it's just such an enjoyable episode. I love how it ended. Number 7 is going to be Bad Dream House, the very first segment, the very first Treehouse of Horror segment. As a haunted house ghost kind of guy, I just really enjoyed this segment, Bad Dream House. I really enjoyed the voice of the house and the interactions that the Simpsons have with them and the final resolution. Really worked for me. Getting into the top, number 6, The Devil and Homer Simpson from Treehouse of Horror 4, episode or season 5 overall. I love this episode with Flanders and Flanders as the devil and Homer and having to go on trial for eating a forbidden donut he wasn't supposed to eat, and trying to stay out of hell, and just classic stuff. Now getting into my top 5, and these were tough, but Nightmare Cafeteria is going to be my number 5 from Treehouse of Horror 5 from season 6 overall. This is definitely the most disturbing segment of the entire Treehouse of Horror Simpsons run, in my opinion, at least of the first 12 seasons that I've seen. Yeah, a lot of creepy stuff going on here, really disturbing stuff. Bart and Lisa, kind of their episode. Marge has a great line that I love. Yeah, this probably is the best in terms of scares, or not necessarily scares, but like just disturbingness. Halloween segment works the best. Number 4 is If I Only Had a Brain from Treehouse of Horror 2, season 3 overall. With this is all about Smithers and Mr. Burns. They just own this episode. Homer's great in it as well as the rest of the Simpsons family. But yeah, those two really make this one for me. It's just great, and I love how it ties into just the ending of the episode, and how they sort of wrap it into a next week on Simpsons preview kind of thing. It's just, I love it. Number three, getting into the top three is going to be Dial Z for Zombies as my number three from Simpsons Halloween Special 3 from season 4 overall. This is classic Halloween stuff here where Bart and Lisa raise the dead on accident and they have to try to. My favorite line of any Treehouse of Horror episodes, he was a zombie. You killed the zombie Flanders. He was a zombie. It's just so classic Simpsons, classic Homer. Dial Z for Zombies, number three. Number two is going to be Terror at 5.5 feet from season four, I'm sorry, from Treehouse of Horror 4, season 5 overall of the show. This is obviously a great Twilight Zone parody to Nightmare at 20,000 Feet. I absolutely love this episode. I love the jokes in it. I love Bart and Homer in this episode. Just kind of everything about it, the atmosphere, the weather that's going on, yeah, there's not one thing I don't like about this episode, but it just kind of missed out on being number one by a tick, and that's because number one has to be The Shining, based on one of my all-time favorite horror movies, The Shining, from Treehouse of Horror 5 or Halloween Simpsons Halloween Special 5 from season 6 overall of the show. I'm in love with this. Is like I said before, this is they could have made this an episode of The Simpsons, quite frankly, and I would have been in love with it. Really the only downfall is it's not long enough, but I absolutely love everything about this, from the animation, the panning shots, the Homer, Marge, Lisa, Bart are all on point here. The jokes work, the animation works, everything works, and that's why it's my number one. Definitely number one. So okay, so that's all the segments. Now we're gonna go. Now I'm gonna go ahead and rank the seasons. This will go much quicker. Trust me. There's only 11 to rank. You could probably gather from how I rated the segments that my overall Treehouse episodes are going to be based kind of on the same thing. So number 11 is going to be my least favorite, Treehouse of Horror 7 from season 8. Yeah, other than the Thing and I in the attic, which even that's not one of my favorites. The Genesis tub and Citizen Kane just really fell flat for me. So this was an easy choice to be at number 11. Number 10 is going to be Treehouse of Horror 9 from season 10 overall. Really like the first segment, Hell to Pay. The other two are just sort of middle of the road to not very good in the case of Starship Poopers, in my opinion. Number 9 is going to be Treehouse of Horror 10 from season 11 overall. Again, one pretty, I wouldn't say really good, one pretty good segment that I really enjoy. The not the wraparound. Why am I losing my tongue here? Twist. There we go. It was a tongue twister. With the Flanders episode. So that's going to be number 9, Treehouse of Horror 10. Number 8 is going to be Treehouse of Horror 6 from season, or I'm sorry, number 8 is going to be Treehouse of Horror 11 from season 12. These numbers are just everywhere. Um, Wait a minute, did I screw up? Am I thinking of the wrong episode? Number 9 is Simpsons Treehouse of Horror 10 from season 11. Number 8 is Treehouse of Horror 11 from season 12. Oh boy. So yeah, that's my number 8, Treehouse of Horror 11 from season 12. I'll get it straight here yet. Um, yeah, this one was okay. The final episode that I reviewed. Number 7 is going to be Treehouse of Horror 2 from season 3 overall. Love the last segment, as I mentioned. Number 6 is Treehouse of Horror 8 from season 9. This has Easy Bake Coven as well as Omega Man, my two favorites there. Getting into the top 5 overall, Treehouse of Horror number 3 is gonna tick in at number 5. Overall season 4. Yeah, this is a great one. Number 4 is going to be Treehouse of Horror 1, the very first, the original Treehouse of Horror from season 2 overall. Classic stuff, especially Bad Dream House. But even the Kane and Kodos segment is great. Number 3 is going to be Treehouse of Horror 6 from season 7, Nightmare on Evergreen Terrace. Homer Cubed, great stuff. Number 2, Treehouse of Horror 4 from Simpsons season 5 overall. This is the great the Simpson or the Homer and the Devil and Homer Simpson. Obviously, Terror at 5.5 feet. Enough said. But of course, number one could only be one, and I think sure you all know what that is. Treehouse of Horror 5 from season 6 of The Simpsons. You got The Shenning, you got Nightmare Cafeteria, you have Time and Punishment, three of the most classic segments The Simpsons have ever put on. So that was an easy choice for me. The best Simpsons Treehouse of Horror episode in the first 12 seasons anywhere, and I'm guessing I'd be hard pressed to say that anything after season 12 is better than that. Go ahead and comment down below if there is one. Go ahead and comment down below if you guys can recommend an overall Treehouse of Horror after season 12. So basically, from I guess it'd be 13 on. Um, Wait a minute, how many did I? I guess it'd be Treehouse of Horror 12 through 35 or whatever they're on right now. If there's one that really stands out that you think I would enjoy, go ahead and comment. Put it in the comments down below. Please like this video and hit the little notification bell down below so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And please be sure to subscribe to my channel down below so you don't miss any of my great horror content, including the next day I have my intro video for my 31 Days of Halloween Horror in the entire month of October. Great stuff coming up, great content. Sorry this video got so long. I hope you guys enjoyed this entire series, though. I'm a big fan of The Simpsons, 90 Simpsons. Big fan of the Treehouse of Horror episodes, the first 11. So I really enjoyed this series. Looking forward to my next series, though. And thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Stay scared. Bye.